welcome back to the Queen's Guide. If you are new, welcome to the Queen's Guide, and if you're returning, I'm so glad that you are back today. So today's video is basically on how to clean brushes or how to keep makeup hygiene. Basically making sure that the instruments you're using for your makeup are very sanitary and very clean. This will prevent further breakouts or any kind of skin problems that you may be having. This might be the reason why. And making sure, so there's many different methods of cleaning brushes. Today I'm only going to show you the simplest way when I started doing makeup to clean brushes. Most of you already have these products in your homes, so this should be very easy. So let's get right into it. Step that I usually take when I start to clean my brushes is that I grab my Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo, and the second thing that I use is olive oil. Now you can use any type of olive oil for this. I just use my Trader Joe's olive oil. Sorry, I just use my Trader Joe's olive oil because this is what I have in the house. So I'm going to use only these two products for the job. So the first thing I'm going to do, no, not the first thing. The next thing that I'm going to do is basically separate my brushes. I separate my brushes from the very fluffy and huge brushes to the smaller and more detailing brushes, like your eye brushes and things of that nature. So the first set, or the first bunch of brushes that I'm going to clean are these big fluffy brushes. You're going to apply your shampoo to your hand and then make circular motions with a damp brush. You're going to do this until you see a different color, or you see your makeup color start to form out, and then you put your hand under the tap and start to rinse the brush under running water. You rinse it until you feel it's clean and you repeat. So it's basically a process of putting the shampoo on your hand, making circular motions until your brushes actually lather, and then as soon as they lather you start to see some dirt coming out or some of your makeup coming out, and then you run water and put your hand under it, circular motions again with your brush until you see a clean until you see it run clean. So basically the goal is to make sure that at the end of this process your brushes are running clean, so they're foaming and lathering to a white kind of color, and then following by a clean run under the water as well. I usually do this with my very dense brushes maybe about 3 times. This may sound like a lot to some of you guys, but I prefer to do that personally because that is the most effective method that I've found. And then I apply my olive oil straight onto my palm and then start to make circular motions again, running the brush through the oil just to make sure that the oil is actually getting saturated into the brush. Now we don't want it to be oversaturated because later on this oil may affect something, the application of your makeup, as well as it can also affect your skin by causing too much oil buildup and things like this. So I put the oil on for a little bit, I let it chill there for a bit, I let it kind of relax, and then I go ahead and I rinse it out. I rinse it out to make sure that all the oil is actually out of the brush. You don't want too much oil in the brush, you don't want too much oil out of the brush. So this is basically a method of conditioning. If you're conditioning your hair, for example, you do the same thing. You put the conditioner in and you leave it in for a little bit, and then you go ahead and rinse it out. This is the exact same procedure. So the next thing that I'm going to do is grab my smaller brushes, and with these brushes I usually don't wash them individually. Sometimes I do, depending on how dirty they get. You really have to make sure that they are clean before you're done, because it can be tricky with the smaller ones, and it can be tricky if anything is in a bunch. You just know to wash it more. Something that is also important to clean is a beauty blender. Now I use my beauty blender on a very regular basis. I use it for my foundation as well as my concealer. So what I usually do with the beauty blender is I make sure to clean it every use basically. I make sure to clean it on every use. So this is what I usually do. It's very simple and very practical. I go ahead and I use the Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo again. What I do is I pour a little bit of this product onto my palm. I then get my beauty blender and start to squeeze it. I squeeze it, and I use also very circular motions as well to get the makeup out of the tip of the beauty blender. Now I'll continue to do this until I feel it is clean. As you can see here, I go ahead and I do this multiple times. I would say maybe even about 5 times until I feel it is looking almost brand new. Clean towel, and what I do is I usually lay it down, for example on my bed. I'm going to show you guys an example using my bed, but you can lay it down on any flat surface that you have. You can lay it down on a table or any flat surface that you feel is into a medium to small kind of fold, and then I only fold it once after that. It allows for the brushes to dry in a very diagonal sense. So I start to fill the towel with my brushes one by one, and I start to put them onto the towel. I put them on in a very slanted motion and facing downward from the fold. So I do this in order for the glue on the brushes not to loosen. As soon as you dry the brushes, you are basically done, and you're ready to use your clean brushes again. Hey. And this is the result of the clean brushes. This is my clean beauty blender. It's shrunk back to size. That's how you know that it's dry. And yeah. That was the video today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. It's very practical. If you guys would like to see more practical videos like this, do let me know. So this is just a recommendation. I recommend that you guys keep your brushes very clean in order to get the makeup results you'd also like. You don't want to build on different types of colors or different types of pigments on a brush and continue to use it. You will not get the results that you would like. And a clear result as well. You want your brushes to be as clean as they can be when you start to use a new product or any product that you're about to use on that day. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and just stay tuned for more videos. Do subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. Like, comment, and share this video if you enjoyed it. It might help somebody out, and yeah. Really. So everybody does get a clean towel Now I use a clean towel and I use it technically. Do you want that makeup? I play too much. Oh my god. Look at the sun. Like, why? Why are you doing this?